Welcome back, first grade. We are going to create and finish our colorful rainbow weavings today. So I have a bunch of different things on my table. This is what we're going to need to get this done today. So I have the paper that I painted last week. It is dry, it is ready to use. Some scissors, a glue stick, a pencil, eraser just in case. I have some 1-inch strips of paper and this goofy looking stencil that we'll be using to help create our weaving. So I'm going to clear off everything for now except for the stencil, the pencil, and my background paper. So here is what you want to do. I am going to fold my paper in half. The design can be on the inside, that's fine. So bring it up, line the corners up and fold it down. And then I am going to take this stencil so that the open parts are down here on the bottom, just like this. All right, now you're going to use this stencil, hold it down carefully, and there are some spaces cut out of each stencil. I want you to take your pencil and draw your lines through the cutout spaces. If you accidentally draw on the stencil, that's okay. That's not going to hurt it. All right, so I have my lines drawn onto my paper. Now take a moment to make sure that the opening is the same side as this white empty strip. Okay, so your line should be going all the way down to the folded edge. All right, so I'm gonna put my pencil off to the side. I'm all done with that for now, and now I'm going to get my scissors. So we're going to create what we call a loom. A loom is what we make a weaving on. So our loom is made out of paper, and it's pretty cool that we are able to make our own. So I'm going to use my scissors and I am going to cut each line, but notice the line does not go all the way to the top of the paper. The line stops just a little bit down. So make sure that you only cut where you have drawn the line. Okay, so I have cut the lines into my loom. So I'm gonna move the scissors off to the side. Now we have all of these pieces that are coming off, but they're all connected at the top. So this is what we wanna do. We wanna really carefully unfold, there we go, unfold our loom, and now we have all of these spaces. So here's what we're gonna do. I am going to grab my strips of paper that I cut. Now I have other colors for than this for you. I just decided to pick some colors that would match the weaving that I have. All right, so I'm going to grab a strip of paper. I'm going to start with purple. Now a weaving is made by going under and over the parts of the loom. So what exactly does that look like? I am going to start over here on the right. I am going to separate these lines. I'm going to go over one line, under another. Pull it through. I'm going to go over this line, under the next one. Same thing. Over and under, over and under. We're almost done with this line. And then over. All right, everybody. And then it is woven into the loom. Now, after you have added a piece in, you want to make sure that your lines don't go anywhere. So I'm going to lift up the edge, little dot of glue. I'm going to lift up the edge, little dot of glue, and then press down. And that will keep it nice and secure. All right, let's do another one together. Now, a weaving will look especially cool if we do the opposite on the next line. So I started over right here. I'm going to start under for this one. Under, and then over, and then under. Having a hard time separating those. There we go, and over, under, and over, under and over and under. Let's move it all the way up. All right, so hopefully you can see I have color opposite where I did in the first row. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm gonna lift up this one on the end, little dot of glue, stick it down. I'm gonna lift up this one on the end, little dot of glue, stick it down. All right, so now that I have my pattern in place, I am going to keep using strips of paper in order to create the rest of my weaving. All right, everyone. So I have gone ahead and finished up with my weaving. So if you're wondering how many strips of paper you can fit, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you push it up all the way, you might be able to fit 8, but don't feel like you need to. If you have any little pieces that are hanging over the edge, you can always grab your pair of scissors and just trim those off before you turn your project in. Otherwise, you are all set and ready to go. So excellent job, everybody. I look forward to seeing what you have made.